A Muslim woman covers her Jewish neighbor's yellow star with a veil so no one will see it. Sarajevo, former Yugoslavia. 1941. Catherine Switzer became the first woman to run the Boston Marathon, despite the organizers' attempts to stop her. 1967. Afghan women in a public library long before the Taliban took over. Around 1960. Anna Fisher is the first mother in space. 1980. A Swedish woman hits a neo-Nazi with a bag. Presumably this woman is a concentration camp survivor. 1985. Marina Ginesta, a 17-year-old communist, against the backdrop of Barcelona during the Spanish Civil War. 1936. Jeanne Manford walks alongside her gay son during a gay pride parade. 1972, Jeanne later formed a group called Parents, Families and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. Maud Wagner is the first well-known female tattoo artist in the United States. 1907. Women boxing on a rooftop in Los Angeles. 1933. Female samurai. Late 1800s. Sabiha Gökhan from Turkey in her aeroplane in 1937. She became the first female fighter pilot. A woman drinking tea in the ruins of her house after the bombing of London. 1940, this is how brave British women put into practice the legendary World War II slogan "Keep calm and carry on." A 106-year-old Armenian woman guards her home with an AK-47 assault rifle. 1990. Women volunteers learn how to put out fires at Pearl Harbor. 1941. A female bricklayer over Berlin. 1900. Photographer Margaret Burke-White on the Chrysler Building. 1934. Railway workers at lunch. Many of them are wives and even mothers of men who went to war. 1943. Some of the first women sworn into the United States Marine Corps. August 1918. Girls deliver heavy blocks of ice after the male part of the labor force has been drafted for war. 1918. Girls of the famous Hells Angels biker gang. 1973. Ellen O'Neill is one of the first professional female skateboarders. 1976. Parisian mothers cover their children from German snipers. Winnie the Welder. She was one of 2,000 women who worked in U.S. shipyards during World War II. Two girls appeared in public with bare legs for the first time. Toronto, 1937. A Dutch woman refused to leave her husband, a German soldier. After he was taken prisoner, she followed him. 1944. Kamako Kimura, a prominent suffragette, in New York City. October 23, 1917. Elspeth Bird during her attempt to become the first Englishwoman to ride a motorbike around the world. 1980s, the journey took 3 years, during which she covered over 77,000 kilometers. Gertrude Aderly became the first woman to swim across the English Channel. 1926. A suffragette protests after the Night of Terror, 1917. 33 suffragettes were arrested for blocking roads, after which they were severely beaten by jailers. Aviator Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly an aeroplane across the Atlantic Ocean. 1928. Afghan women studying anatomy. 1962, you can't even imagine such a thing nowadays. A British sergeant trains women from the Army of Mamas during the Battle of Britain. 1940. An iconic photo of a pea picker and mother of 7 children during the Dust Bowl. 1936. Women's rights movement in Detroit, Michigan. 1970. Women's Roller Derby League in New York City. March 10, 1950. The first women's basketball team from Smith College. 1902. Simone Seguin, an 18-year-old member of the French Resistance, during the liberation of Paris. August 19, 1944. An LAPD officer looks after an abandoned child. 1971. Women snipers of the Soviet Army. May 4, 1945. Activist Annie Lumpkins in the Little Rock City Jail. 1961. Annette Kellerman poses in a swimming suit for which she was arrested on obscenity charges. 1907. A mother shows a photograph of her son to returning prisoners of war trying to find him. Vienna, 1947. Leola N. King, the first female U.S. postmaster, in Washington, D.C. 1918. Erica is a 15-year-old girl fighter, a participant in the Hungarian uprising against the pro-Soviet People's Republic regime. October 1956. American nurses landed in Normandy. 1944. A Lockheed employee works on a Lockheed P-38 Lightning aircraft. Burbank, California, 1944. A Red Cross nurse records the last words of a British soldier. Circa 1917. 21-year-old Sarla Thakral is the first Indian woman to obtain a pilot's license. 1936. The female pilots just got out of the B-17s. Circa 1942. What do you think about today's selection of photos of brave women? Be sure to write your opinion in the comments. Thank you for watching the video. Put likes and subscribe to the channel. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Hugged everyone. See you in the next video.